That's way too much money for one cigarette.
I saw people over there in the old neighborhood I lived in, Clay. The same lady came in twice a day and got one smoke.
Damn.
For $1. Yeah.
Bam. But it might save her money in the long run because she smokes less cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, that's one kind of tactic.
Well, just quit smoking. That's better.
Oh, wouldn't that be the day? I need
that
some.
sounds right.
I do need some.
Yeah, that was my day 10 years ago.
Welcome to the Three Cynics Gaming Podcast, everyone. We've got a super special guest, our father. He's here to be ornery. He's practically twice as ornery as my two brothers put together. But that's cool. That's what I'm here for, to keep everything light, right?
No.
Good job. Keeping it light, all right.
Yeah, I'll find out when I get up there.
Yeah. Just wait till you see your sleeping arrangements. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, thanks.
So
I'll sleep on the roof.
how's your Garden Warfare 2 experience, Clay?
I made that one video out of like an hour or so of playing the game, and it's a whole lot of no fun all by yourself.
Right, like every game.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not single player.
Yeah, I don't want to play a multiplayer game by myself. It's awful. Absolutely awful. What'd you play this week, Mark Jr.?
You know what he played.
Nothing.
Yes, you did.
What did I play? Did I play something?
Same thing I played.
That crazy ass Crowdscape or whatever?
No.
Automatron.
Oh, yes, I did, but only for like 2 hours. So, but I did enjoy it, but I don't feel like cutting on the Xbox. So, choices.
All right, fine, Nate.
Although it was definitely worth the money spent.
What do they want for it individually? It's like $10.
$5? I think it's $5, isn't it? Or is it the middle
10.
one that's $5?
Yeah, the middle one's $5.
Yeah,
this one's
the
10.
middle one's $5. Yeah.
I mean, you get to make your own robot, which means you can just make your own companion. That's pretty fucking sweet.
Oh, I did. It's cool as a bitch. I made a giant ass sentry bot in like 2 hours. I just had 90% of the shit I already needed.
Yeah, and they're just like, it's completely customizable. So I don't know. It's awesome. You can set them up the way you need them. Do you want them to be a long range fighter? You can set it up that way. I think it's great. I haven't chunked too much into the story of it yet.
Neither have I.
But
I built me a sentry bot with a missile launcher, and he kills me all the time.
Yeah, all the time. He had the first one I built before I started a new character, because I normally start a new character when DLC comes out. I don't know why. It's just a habit. But the first one I built had a rocket launcher, and he kept killing me. So this next one that I built did get nothing AOE, nothing area of effect. Fuck you. Stop killing me, dude. It's rude.
I agree. Just shoot me in the back with a rocket launcher and shit. Like, you're a dick.
Well, I would say what did Dad play this week? But for the listeners, he
played the highway.
Yeah, our mom essentially played the highway all week.
Played the worst racing
They're
game
traveling
ever.
all around the East Coast to visit all their children. And we would have Mom on the podcast, but she doesn't give a fuck about video games. So, how's it going, Dad?
Oh, just fine.
Shit about Dovetail games.
Well, interesting road trip story or something.
Yeah, it's long and boring.
You sit in traffic?
No, thank heavens.
You got to make it more exciting. Didn't you
you.
race for pink slips or anything?
It's the worst racing sim ever.
In that rented
Ain't that the
Malibu? I don't
truth?
think so.
Oh, come on. That Malibu's got to have like a 2.3 4-cylinder in it.
It's 2.5, but that's close enough.
Woo! You racing now.
I'm getting 38 miles to a gallon. So that beats the crap out of my 11 miles per gallon on the truck.
Yeah. Well, I played video games this week, I think, if I can remember correctly.
You play Garden Warfare, bitch.
No, I recorded that like the day after I got my EA Access account, like,
Hold on.
I don't know, 2 weeks ago.
Shout out to our 12 plays in Norway.
Right. And
Apparently.
shout out to the guy who gave a like to the video, the literally 90-second video time lapse of me setting up and recording the podcast. There was like zero content to that video, and he was like, "Good job, thanks,
But you
buddy."
look like you were having fun.
I'm always having fun. That's what I said. I'm here to keep it light. And I gesticulate to no one. No one can see what my hands are doing, but I do it anyway. I had no idea that I did
I'm doing it right now.
At least Dad's there to see you this time.
I was wondering, and then I watched your video. I was like, that motherfucker does it too. Damn.
Oh, okay. Now, let's get to some gaming news. And this is not a good question for Dad, but I think it's a very good question for Mark Jr. Let's load up number 1 there, guys. Now, Mark Jr.
Hold on, I'm eating.
Well, why the fuck are you eating, bitch?
All right, go ahead, do it. Fine, do it.
Now, Xbox put up a survey asking gamers if they would like to reclaim 10% of the value, the purchase value of their games in store credit. Now, would you be up for something like that?
Personally, yes, I would greatly, because I have games, especially now that they've updated and you can go back to all your Xbox 360 and all your Xbox arcade games. I've got like 20, 25 games on there, and I'm not going to play them.
Right?
So, and it's 10% of what I paid, not 10% of what the fuck you feel like giving me.
No, it's 10% of purchase value. Yeah.
Okay, so it's something I pay $20, you give me $2.
Yeah.
Sweet, I can get a free game if I trade in like 10 or 15 of them. Shit, some of them I played $40 for 2 of them.
Right.
So, bam, I would definitely use that advantage. Shit, that's why I use GameStop.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess if you're used to that culture, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like GameStop's just completely fucking ripping me, and if somebody from GameStop listens to this, you can fucking die. Because I buy a fucking
It's not
game
a GameStop employee's problem.
I understand
they don't make
that.
the rules.
I'm talking about the CEO or the head. Pass it along, because you're a piece of shit that I pay $60 for a fucking video game, and then 3 weeks later I bring it back to you and you're like, I give you $26.
Do you not know how this works?
And
Come on, man.
I understand exactly how it works, dude, but you greedy fucks.
Stop.
Why you gotta be so fucking greedy?
Dude? Like,
I'm talking about their greed. That's what I'm talking about.
But it's the only other option. It's the only option. And if it wasn't there, you would just get nothing for your game.
That's not true, because I'll go to Cool Stuff and they'll give you fucking $40 for a fucking $60 game.
Okay, then go to Cool Stuff.
And that's cash. That's cash. That's not even motherfucking some bullshit. I'll give you $24 in store credit.
Then go to Cool Stuff.
If you want cash, we'll give you $16. So no, they're greedy fucks, and they need to stop being so damn greedy. Although apparently they're tanking and they're hurting bad. But that's because you're greedy bastards.
No, well, okay, all right. Slow your roll, Mark. Tell me what you think about this, Nate, because I know you got a big Steam library.
That's what I'm talking about.
If Steam came at you with 10% of purchase value, would you hit that?
Hold on, Dad's having issues. I can hear it on the Betsy speakers. Can you hear it in the headset too?
No.
Oh, Clay, you're gonna have to edit this shit.
Yeah.
Plug it back in. And then turn off the fucking speakers. Fuck them speakers. Alright, you good? No, because I heard it. Okay. Alright, but check it out. My games library says games 122. Fuck yeah, I'd like to turn in the 99% of those I don't play for money.
I was not expecting such a good reception on this. I was expecting contention, because I'm thinking to myself, as soon as I saw this article, I look in my library. I own 60 of the games in my library. There's like 200 or something because of all the shared libraries. But if you select my games, I have exactly 60 games, probably 40 of which I would turn in, because I'm just not going to play them, especially the single player things. I'm just not going to do it again. So, and yeah, wow.
Yeah. Well, what's the downside is the question. Like, this isn't a problem.
The downside, I think that people are up in arms about, or completely apathetic about, is you don't get to have that game anymore. And games are like nerd points nowadays, especially. I mean, how many times you see on the Reddit somebody boasting about the fact that they have 1,200 games on Steam? Like, yeah, when do you get to play, an eighth of those?
I got 93 minutes in Blood Bowl Legendary Edition, 14 hours in Borderlands, the pre-sequel. You can take them. Bye. I don't care. Especially like single-player games like Dying Light. Like, I like Dying Light. It was a very fun game. I'll probably never play it again.
Right.
Because I'm not going to buy DLC for that game. So it doesn't have the kind of replayability that a Fallout or a Skyrim would have. So I beat the game. I played the narrative. It was good. I very much enjoyed it. It was well worth the $20 I paid for it. And if I could turn it back in for 2, I'd be all right with that. Because right now, it just sits in my library and does nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and even like...
I'm with Nate 1,000%.
Yeah.
I don't understand why there would be anything to complain about. Like, what is the downside?
Well, I've seen complaints that one of the biggest complaints is it's only 10%. And my I guess my argument for that would be even 5% is better than 0%.
Yeah, but you're arguing nonsense. You're talking 5% or no percent, 10% or no percent, 100% or no percent. It's not an argument. It's not like there's some back alley guy offering you money for your Steam account.
I've seen it on the Reddits and people talking about, well, maybe if they offered me 50% or maybe if they offered me 25%. And
those same people would say, well, I want 75 now if you're going to give me 50 because they're idiots.
Yeah, and they're greedy, just like human beings. But the idea is, okay, this is basically a charity PR move for the likes of Microsoft and anybody who wants to do this. Because they get nothing for it. Yeah, they're giving you store credit, which kind of, locks you into their ecosystem, at least for that amount of money.
They're getting loyalty.
They're getting loyalty.
That's what they want.
And I've seen people try to make arguments that they can resell the games. No, you can't.
No,
they can't resell that game. It's sold in a digital platform. It's not real. It's gone. They give you your $6 back or your $4 back, and that's it. There's nothing else to this transaction. It's good stuff. People are entitled.
People are entitled. Get over it. All right? I would be all down for this.
This podcast has told you anything over the last 3 or 4 months it's been on, is somebody will find something to bitch about because we feel like bitching.
or somebody's not offering enough, or
we'll find
any
something.
excuse.
Fuck you. If they came out and said 50%, Dad's right. You'd be like, well, I want 75. Why aren't they offering 75?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Hell no.
Bitch about
I'd
anything.
empty my Steam library that day. Like, boom, take it. I'm out.
Yeah, I wouldn't have many games
that I actually play.
All right, very good. Now let's moving on. Now this is a topic that I believe Dad can get into. Let's open up number 2, guys. In an article from The Verge by Rich McCormick. What do you know? I had a guy named Richard McCormick completely fuck me once. Not literally, figuratively.
I mean, it could be both. I don't know what you're into.
He stole my portfolio. Fuckbag. Anyway, if you're listening, Richard, you can suck a dick. Huh?
Did you shoot him with a nail gun?
I did not. I didn't get the opportunity. Anyway, so the title of this article is Giant Time-Sucking Video Games Are Bad for You and Bad for Gaming. And basically throughout it, this gentleman, Richard, describes how the video game world is leaning more and more and more to time sink video games. That is, endless video games, or games that attempt endlessness, for the sake of monopolizing your time and therefore locking you into that game and its ecosystem and hopefully its monetary ecosystem. And it seems to be working. People are loving the shit out of the modern iterations of the MMO and such as that. And I wanted to ask Dad about this one in particular because my father is the world's biggest fan of time sink video games.
All right, well, I'll go take a piss while y'all talk about that.
Time sink video games?
Yeah, like Skyrim and Fallout and anything you can play endlessly.
Yeah. So what do you think about the industry just leaning hard in that direction to try and separate you from your wallet? I mean,
they're always going to do. They're going to do that all the time because they want money. You have it, so you buy it.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
But that's not the way it is. That's the way it's trending. A lot of people make a lot of great multiplayer and single player games that don't attempt to monopolize your time. and in the same vein, cannot monopolize your money because they're not monopolizing your time. I despise this idea. I hate the endless video game.
What do you mean by, your money? Because I buy the game. I don't buy whatever their little house money is.
Yeah,
with
but
my
I mean,
real money. I worked hard for that real
your
money. I'm not giving it to you for fake.
Didn't you didn't you get your Fallout 4 season pass?
Of course.
Well, bam.
Because it's
there you go.
$29.99.
They monopolized your time and your money in that one fell swoop.
They don't monopolize my time. I do. Because I don't have to play the game.
I mean,
I
it's
like to,
true.
so I do.
Well, why is that a bad thing, though? I'm spending my time the way I want to spend my time, and those shitty games that come out shouldn't be jealous because I want to play the game I want to play.
No. That's not the point I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to say
I was pissing, so I don't know what point you were trying to make.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of great games out there that aren't looking to monopolize your time or your money. And, of course, they're not as profitable as those that would do so. And I don't want to live in a world where everything's an MMO and everything is an endless time sink. No, I'll stop playing video games. Yeah, what's up?
Every game is trying to get at your wallet, bro. Every single one of them. Even if they're free, even if they're free to play with no microtransaction, their end game is still your money.
Yeah, but they're not trying. Like when I play Titanfall, I don't feel anybody trying to monopolize my time. I can play Titanfall for 15 minutes on a Wednesday and then play it for 15 minutes the next Tuesday. And I don't feel like anybody is like Endgame. I despise Endgame.
And that's why Titanfall's dead, bro?
No, that's not why Titanfall's dead. Titanfall is not dead because it's not an MMO. MMOs have a horrible failure rate.
It's not. It's dead because it's not trying to monopolize your time. If it's trying to monopolize your time, then it would have been a better game, and you would want to spend your time. And I'm with Dad. They're taking my time, yes, but it's what I'm giving them. It's not me. Oh my God, I got to go home and play Fallout. Nah, if I feel like playing Fallout, I'm gonna play Fallout.
You ain't said shit, Mark Jr.
I ate my dinner and took a bong hit.
Hold on, what'd you have?
And now I'm ready to go. Baked chicken, some nasty ass couscous, and some peas.
Gross couscous. Get the fuck out of here.
What's wrong
Dude,
with
she
couscous?
buys
I
the
love
little
couscous.
is great. I bought. One of us bought. It's probably me because I did the grocery.
You bought the
shopping.
large one, didn't you?
Yes, and it's disgusting as fuck.
Yeah, it's totally
Don't
different
ever buy
than
that
the
shit.
small
I hate
stuff.
couscous. Go fuck yourself, couscous.
Oh, I didn't
Couscous
like
with
it until Donna started
with
making
pine
it. She
nuts
puts
is
mad
great.
Parmesan on it.
So
It's great.
not a food podcast.
Bitch, this isn't everything I talk about podcast, all right?
This isn't everything we talk about podcast. We
All right,
throw some football
let
in
me
there
talk
and
to
shit.
you about Fallout 4 and Skyrim and all those nice games that I play. Okay, I play them on my
That's not
time
news.
when I want to. I can go weeks without playing, and then all of a sudden it's like, oops, I want to play this again.
No. I'm not
That's all up
saying
to
that
me.
how you use your time is a bad thing. I'm not saying that how you use your money is a bad thing.
Well, that's a good
I'm
thing because I have
talking
to reach through the
about-
microphone and smack the crap out of you.
Ornery! I'm talking about an industry leaning in the direction of making many, many more time sink games.
Because they're in the business to make money.
I know, but I don't want
Everybody
it.
wants to make more money.
I hate time sink games. I've put 32 hours into Dragon Age Inquisition so far, and I can't bring myself to play it anymore because I know it's going to be more of the same. And like I swear in a big open game like that, once I come to like the 30 hour, if there isn't something exciting and new, I feel like I'm already at the end game. I've already reached the loot grind.
But Clay, you're acting like every game will have to be that. Every game doesn't have to be that, and every game won't be that.
I just don't want more. I don't want more.
It's not about you, bro. It's about the consumer.
It's all about me. Didn't Reddit tell you anything?
I'm on Reddit right now looking at questions about the books for D&D.
Right, and it's all about the people who read those books and has nothing to do with those who write it.
It has a lot to do with those who write it.
Nope.
Yeah, it
That
does.
shows what kind of consumer you
But
are.
anyway,
You
Mark,
don't
you
know
go
anything.
on, Mark.
What do you think, Mark
What?
Jr.?
What? I'm reading this article, and fuck whoever wrote this, because he ditched Fallout after 20 hours, motherfucker. He didn't even give it a chance.
Oh, yeah?
I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. Is the first 6 hours of swinging a hammer in the desert enough to tell you it sucks, or do you need 20?
Hold on. First off, I didn't swing a single hammer in the entire game or go in the desert.
No. I'm not talking about how many hours do you need to find out when something sucks?
Well, I mean, personally, for me, it's only going to take me about an hour.
Right.
And I'd be like, this shit's balls.
So
but if you put in 20 hours, I mean, holy fuck. That's almost 3 days of time, and you put in 20 hours and then you ditched it.
Dude.
It just sounds wasteful.
I ditched it at like 25 hours, and it took me like 3 months to convince myself to pick it back up and finish out the last 5 hours. It's just one of those games. Either you love it or you don't.
Well, that's fair, but you can beat that game in 20 hours if you really want to.
But that's the way most games are. You either love them or you hate them.
But this guy's crying about how this is bad for me and bad for the industry because he doesn't like those kind of video games. That doesn't make
He's Clay. Clay, you should team up with this motherfucker and write an article.
Are you calling me sensitive?
Douchebags Anonymous, right?
I'm not looking to be
too
anonymous.
much time.
I mean, how many fucking failed MMOs and their ilk have you seen in the last 5 years?
But how does that hurt you, Clay?
Dozens.
How does that hurt you?
I don't know nothing
about
it.
How does that adversely affect you in any way?
Well, every game developer that's working on an MMO isn't working on something better.
That's fair. That's fair. I will give you that.
Better
that is
according
fair.
to whom?
Better according to me.
Okay.
It's about me. God, Reddit. Listen.
It's about me.
Okay. Down to serious.
It is our podcast.
Seriousness here.
Right. But you
no.
could never play World of Warcraft, and tons of
freak
motherfuckers love that shit.
No.
myself.
I want people to have their Warcraft and their
No, you don't.
Division. I do, because that means they're not playing the games I'm playing, which means I have a better chance at beating the noobs. Anyway, here's the idea. All right. With all of the review codes we've been getting lately, you settled?
You're settled. Tell me what to do.
With all the review codes we've been getting lately, I've been requesting a lot of review codes, which means I've been looking at a lot more games than we've actually gotten. And the indie pool, which is where the majority of games are coming from, is very shallow. And it kind of scares me because the... sorry, I forgot to mute my phone. The AAA space is... They ain't making a whole lot that I want to play either, so I'm kind of scared. Bam. I think I lost y'all.
No, I'm sitting
No,
right
you
here.
didn't lose. I'm trying to give Dad instructions on how to computer.
Computers are hard, man.
He's having all kinds of computer problems because, I don't know, something about Betsy's computer keeps turning on the speakers and ignoring the headphones, even though the headphones are the default playback device.
Unplug the speakers.
Clay,
Done.
what is your major problem with these type of games?
Get closer to the mic. You sound like shit.
You sound like shit.
Damn.
I was going to say something else, but I'll keep quiet.
Family, huh?
Anyway, my problem with these kind of games, I don't honestly have a problem with them like existing. I can't play them because they're boring.
Well, no one's making you play them.
Oh, no. I did finish Fallout 4 only for Nate and Mark's sake, so that I could say that I had it done and I could provide my verdict without them giving me some malarkey about finishing it. But it was a super trial. It's not my kind of game.
Clay, that was never going to happen because Mark and I are fanboys, so we're going to give you shit if you don't like it. Period. Dot the end.
Yeah, but I didn't want you to have the excuse that I didn't finish it. That's all. I was just marking off one of your checkpoints. That's it. Anyhow, I don't have a problem with all big games or all open world games or all endless games. I have a problem with there being so many that they work to the detriment of my awesome, short, instant action fun games.
But they're not working to that detriment.
They are. Every developer that is working on an endless game is not working on something better.
Do you want Rockstar to be making a fucking Tomb Raider kind of game? No, they would fuck it up. Let people do what they know.
I mean, maybe.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
They suck
We
ass
specialize
at
in-
physics, so they
we-
wouldn't be
and-
able to
and
pull off
we
parkour, climbing, and all
Yeah.
that.
Well, we specialize in what we specialize in our work world, dude. Okay, we're not branching out, and I'm not going to cook in no motherfucking kitchen, and Nate's not coming to swap out a motherfucking ballast in this light.
Not happening.
So we specialize in what we do, and it's the same thing with any given trade. You specialize in what you do. Rockstar makes really good motherfucking third-person open world games, so that's what we do.
Yeah, let them make them. Sounds good to me.
Makes sense.
I disbelieve. Moving on to number 3.
You disbelieve?
Go roll that intelligence check, bro.
Yeah,
I already
really.
did. I won it. You guys just didn't see it.
I have a question for you there, Clay.
Get closer to the mic.
I'm right here, Jack.
Yeah,
All right, twist the mic to him.
No, he's registering loud as shit on the Audacity, Clay.
Oh, well, it doesn't sound very good. Anyway, go on. What's your
All
question?
right. You're a programmer, and you have a chance to start your own business, and you know what kind of games you want to do.
Uh-huh.
Okay, your primary objective at first is what? To create a good game that someone will play.
No, it's to make money.
Right, there you go. So that's what these companies are doing. Their job is to make money for their stockholders than themselves. It's just like the rest of business.
I totally understand the cynical perspective. I was trying to put some sunshine and rainbows on top of that and tell them to make more.
You play the
fun
games
lollipops
you
and
like.
rainbows
I'll play the
everywhere.
games I like.
Well, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Ain't no sunshine
Sunshine's
when she's
lollipops and
gone.
Rainbows. What's up?
All right, only darkness everywhere. Ain't no
So-
sunshine when she's gone. This house
So,
just
Mark,
ain't no home.
Mark, do you think that Let's Plays hurt video games?
What do you mean?
Like imagine a narrative-based game. And really the only point in playing it is to see the story through. Like, there's a few gameplay mechanics, but not really much. It's more like an interactive novel. And anybody can just go watch the whole thing online. Does that hurt your game?
Yeah, it probably does.
This is an article from GameSpot, Eddie Makich. Man, we love you. That Dragon Cancer dev says, "Let's Play videos hurt sales." What's your take on this, Nate?
I think of course it would hurt sales to some degree. I mean, like I have friends who only they won't play horror games. They'll only watch other people play horror games and not the awful stuff. Just like just generically somebody playing through it.
Right.
So of course that is obviously affecting a horror game sales right there because that's 2 or 3 people who are watching it but never going to buy it. So this is no different than that. Why wouldn't it hurt sales?
Yeah. Well, all of this went down, or at least it became a story, because the developer of That Dragon Cancer, which is, if you haven't read the story, the lead designer or lead developer, his son was diagnosed with cancer very early on, I think at birth. And he was basically living on borrowed time from the very first day of his life. And he eventually died, I think at 5 years old. And he created a game in his memory, along with 8 other people. And it got to the point where they felt so shafted by the idea of Let's Plays that they put up content IDs for their composer's music because they couldn't pay their composer. They couldn't make any money on their game because people were just watching it happen rather than playing it. So the only way to
It's perfect, Clay.
is
We'll
it
just we'll just add the dog noise and the arguing and all that in there.
Well,
This is our
I don't
family.
care if I can cut out his whole track in this section. I just hope that they can hear me.
I don't think they can hear you.
No,
Clay.
no,
I don't think they're hearing you.
I'm hearing him just fine. I'm just trying to teach Dad how to internet.
I'm gonna get another beer.
Bam, no more double speak. I told you, every time it had to re-recognize the microphone because you unplugged it, plugged it back in, then it unmuted itself. I was wondering where that double speak was coming from. It was annoying the shit out of me.
I thought that was Clay.
It was Clay. It's his face getting a beer or something.
He's double speaking all the time.
He's getting burr at the moment. Where are you two ladies going?
Drugstore.
Oh, what are you
is up
getting?
with-
We are getting stuff. Well, I need some vitamins and
The nutrients?
We are getting stain remover for these items.
Okay, sweet.
So,
Make
was this
your
game
own
about his son dying?
No, probably not.
Yes.
Okay, apparently I was completely wrong on
So,
Yeah, I was
he-
just about to say. Apparently, we were completely wrong.
he
Yes,
created a
this-
game that went through his son's struggles from birth till the day he died.
Yes.
that. Yeah.
And he wanted to sell a game.
Well, yeah, it was a tribute to his son that he paid a lot of people to help create, and now he can't make that money back to pay them, especially the composer.
Well,
So
why'd
he-
he go into it for the money anyways?
Who said he did it for the money? He did it for
Well,
his son.
If he's trying to find money to pay for it, then he went into it for money.
It sounds like a perfectly good Kickstarter thing because somebody would give him money.
Well,
Yeah,
a
I'm really
creative work that
surprised.
you can't do on your own that requires assistance. Those people need to be paid.
There's all
And-
kinds of places on the internet where you can go in and say, please pay me so I can do this. And people send you money left and right.
I understand, but he didn't want the charity, I guess. He wanted
But he's
to be able
asking
to
for
do
it now.
No,
I'm not
he's
buying a game I'm
asking
not
for
going to ever
charity.
play.
He's asking. No, what they did was they put up content ID blocks on any instances of their composer's music, so that essentially audio is the only way to get a video just shut the hell down. Or, well, it's one of the more convenient ways. So in the instance that John Hillman's, that's their composer, in the instance that his music came up for a certain length of time, I think you get, so many free seconds or whatever, they would shut down the
17, I
videos.
think. Yeah.
And then people got really upset, and he tried to explain, and the internet just bit him. So...
Well, I mean, he's got a legitimate right to complain when your game is nothing but a narrative. Then yeah, I mean, it's obviously gonna fuck with your sales. So he's got a right to complain from that perspective. I don't know. I don't feel bad about his child, but I do feel that he should be compensated for the work that he put into it, and if other people are enjoying it, because if this were a form of video instead of a form of video game, he could make money off it, off advertisements and other stuff like that. But because it's a video game, they're allowed to make free Let's Play videos and totally fuck his sales.
Well, the thing is, as far as I understand it, he paid the other 7 or 8 people. He hasn't made any money, and the only person he has left to pay is his composer, and he can't seem to be able to make the money to do it, and he's upset with video makers for profiting from his game when he can't even finish paying the people he owes. Kind of sucks, and I feel for him.
I feel for him too. It's shitty as a bitch. But dude, if you're listening to this or somebody hears this that knows him, tell him to go on motherfucking Kickstarter. You will get some money.
Yeah, if he just listed Kickstarter to pay my composer,
He would,
and
bam, you'd already
explained
have
it.
your money.
I do
Yeah.
not
You'd
feel
already
bad
have your
for him
money.
at all.
Well, maybe it was a foolish venture in today's climate. You can't make a video game and keep it off of YouTube. But to shut a man down from doing what he knows how to do to make a tribute to his son, I can't fault him for that. I mean, if he was a writer, he would write about it.
No. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes, of course, he should be getting paid for it if he's charging money for it. But you can't tell me he didn't know that this was the climate he was going into when he started the project.
I don't know. I don't know how old the project is, but yeah.
Does it matter how everybody? This has been the climate for years and years and years. So, if I walk down the street in the middle of an awful neighborhood at 2:30 in the morning, nobody should feel bad if I get stabbed, because I should be dumb and avoid that.
I'm gonna feel bad.
I am too.
You're gonna be like, "Damn, they got fucking stabbed. What the fuck was he doing in that neighborhood at 2:30 in the morning?"
I don't know the neighborhood, so I'd be like, is that a bad neighborhood? I feel you.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a mixed bag. So let's move on.
I know I'm a heartless bastard, listeners. I'd apologize, but I don't really care.
Yeah. That's
Heartless
true.
bastard. Damn.
So, according to USA Today and Brett Molina, the Harvard team got caught cheating at Heroes of the Storm. Now, Heroes of the Storm is Blizzard's attempt to compete with League of Legends, which I mean, sure, whatever. But
Who cares?
yeah, apparently there cannot be there. There has been very few video game tournaments that have gone off without a serious speed bump in the last year and a half. And I guess they just can't help but cheat. I mean, Dad likes to cheat at video games, right? He'd be
kiss
using
my
scripts
ass.
and hacks and mods.
I don't do any of that stuff. I am not your son or my grandson.
Come on, you don't like mods? Nate,
No.
have you not explained the magic of mods to Dad?
No, he's not talking about mods. And when I talk about mods, I'm not talking about cheater mods. I'm talking about super awesome change the game into a whole new game mod.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to cheat to win, right?
No.
You're gonna
Cheat to win till you die.
Stop beating up on your
there you go.
microphone.
You got to cheat to win.
I mean, cheaters gonna cheat, right?
Hey, that's the truth, right? I mean, that's fair. Cheaters are going to cheat.
I'm actually a little disappointed in Harvard because you're supposed to be an elite college and you can't even teach them how to cheat without getting caught.
Damn, that's true. I didn't think
It
of
doesn't
that.
matter. They're all going to go into politics anyways and be cheats anyways and get away with it.
Bam.
But
Cheaters gonna cheat.
apparently, we've already identified the ones that are bad at it.
Yep. So we're good.
They're going to be bad politicians.
I mean,
They're all bad.
it does seem that these types of tournaments are just breeding grounds for cheaters. I mean, I guess almost all competition is really. If there's a way to cheat, someone's going to do it.
I mean, isn't there repercussions, consequences, and repercussions?
Well, they
Yeah.
just get kicked out of the tournament.
Yeah, they get kicked out of the tournament. They'd probably.
But no
Did they-
future ban.
Did they have
They
to
can.
pay to get in the tournament?
I
don't
would assume
think
that there's some
so.
sort of marketing.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if they lose their money and they don't get a refund because they got caught cheating and they can't come to another tournament for 2 years, then okay, there's consequences. But we've done away with personal responsibility, so who cares?
That's where I get it from,
America.
y'all. That's where I get it from.
America.
I
love America.
I don't think that anyone actually pays to participate. I believe it's all covered by the game maker and the sponsor, and perhaps the college pays for transportation and housing during the tournament and whatnot.
Then the college is stupid and wasting my money.
Dude,
Harvard
there-
ain't wasting your money.
Dad, there are video game classes in high schools now. There are
Writing them.
collegiate esports teams.
There are. It's a real thing. I've seen it.
It is a real thing. It's on ESPN, and I was very
And,
upset.
and guess what? Esports is catchy, but it's a super misnomer.
Hey, well, first of all, you can't complain about that being on ESPN if the fucking spelling bee is on ESPN every year, okay?
That's fair. But I don't watch
hold on.
that either.
I'm totally cool with them televising a spelling bee, just so y'all know. Totally cool with it, and those kids who have worked at that should be acknowledged. But maybe not on the sports network. Maybe on, like, the
PBS.
Learning Channel instead of, whatever that little fat girl is. Honey Boo Boo.
Wow.
Yeah, or maybe on PBS or something like that.
Yeah, PBS.
But
BS
anyway.
Education Hour.
But cheaters gonna cheat. I mean, they got kicked out, is what it says in this article. They probably are gonna suffer some further repercussions for it. But if there's a way to cheat, somebody is gonna. I'm not saying everybody's gonna do it, but somebody's gonna do it. I mean, look in the fucking what was it, the '80s in baseball when everybody was just popping uppers. I got allergies, bro.
Cocaine
The steroid
everywhere.
era. And then the steroids
Yeah,
era
so-
10 years later.
If there's a way to cheat, people are gonna find a way to cheat. They're gonna do it. It sucks.
Yeah.
But,
I guess
mean,
we really shouldn't be surprised. I mean, there was a report wasn't a while ago that one League of Legends player basically admitted on camera that everyone was on Adderall because it helps you focus so much. And
That's
it's
what I'm
not
saying.
doping because it's not illegalized by the tournament, so you're good.
Yeah, it's crazy. If there's a way to cheat, way to get an upper hand, they're gonna do it. Stucco, baby, stucco.
Well, I mean, I use shark
Stick
bites
'em.
all the time, and that
Stick 'em.
should be considered cheating.
Yeah, stick them. There's one called stucco now too, Mark. Like the
Oh,
building
okay.
material.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one called
Okay.
stucco too. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I cheat in my daily work life. If there's a way to prep something quicker, I'm doing it that way.
Right, yeah. True. Well, okay. Next topic. Dad.
Stop cheating, Dick.
How sexy do your video games have to be?
0.
On what scale?
On a sexy scale?
Yeah, well, 0 to 10, 0 to 1.
Okay. On a 10-point scale, how sexy is too sexy?
Anything above 5.
All right.
You're not the average gamer.
All right.
Yeah.
No, but what do you put at a 5? Is that like full frontal? Is that like
I don't want any
sex
nudity.
scene?
I don't care about nudity.
Yeah, I was trying to start a romantic relationship. I made Corinne, whatever the blue giant guys are, same thing Iron Bull is.
Canary?
Yeah, Quinari.
That's it.
Turn the sound onto the game, bro. Maybe you'll be more immersed. Jesus.
The Canary. I
Words,
made a
Nate,
Canary
words.
lady with no horns. And I've been trying to start a romantic relationship with the dwarf lady that meets you at every new area because I want to see those two
the Ranger.
mismatches really
The
go
Rangers,
at it.
Scout Harding. Scout Harding is her name. And she's not
Yeah.
eligible for your romance, bro.
I
Don't
get
force your love
romance
on her.
options all the time for her. And I take them every time. Romance.
Yes, but she's not a real target.
But well, maybe that's why she rebuffs me all the time.
Yeah,
bitch.
you should bang Sarah. She's the best character in the game.
No thanks.
Or what's
So
her name?
anyway, all right. So the world lost its mind.
Cassandra.
When
Cassandra will go with anybody. She's a slut.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
she
but
she's
she
a
has
whore.
a horrible voice actress, and I cannot stand to listen to her speak. So
And
I'm not
serious
gonna,
man face.
Yeah. So I'm not going for that. So anyway,
please.
the
When they-
link
when they
I
cut
put in
to
the
your love
document
scene, you
is
don't see your
nothing more
face.
than a link to the PC Master Race thread regarding Blizzard very, very quickly capitulating to a single fan who made a post on the Overwatch forum complaining that a particular character's end pose was not indicative of that character, and the fact that showing off her ass in such a way was counterintuitive. And that there are plenty of other sex symbols in the game to which such things apply, including Widowmaker's, a very sexy woman character who has a very similar post, virtually identical. And that seems appropriate, but it doesn't seem appropriate for Tracer. And then the PC Master Race lost its fucking mind, crying censorship and why can't fun-loving characters be sexy, and how come censorship? Let me tell you guys, it's not censorship when the creator decides to do it. Censorship comes from the outside. Am I right?
Yeah. What you're doing is called editing, actually. I think it's dumb that they bent to their will. I think that's stupid.
Well,
it's not censorship.
I didn't give you guys good links, but the creative director explained that for a long time they thought it was out of character, and that just sort of he just sort of took this opportunity to solidify that.
Wait, this
that
is one
might be
guy
damage
who's complaining?
control. I don't know.
Because you know what? This is totally up to interpretation. I might think that's perfect for her, and somebody else can have the totally opposite thing. So what? If it's not your interpretation, oh well, write your own game and do what you want.
So wait a minute, Dad. I got lots of questions for Dad. I just don't ever get
All right,
him
go ahead.
like this.
Drop it.
Dad, are video games art?
What?
Our video games art. And yeah, your links for this suck, by the way, Clay. You did a bad
My bad.
Most video games are art. It takes a lot of time and someone's imagination and passion to do it.
Okay.
I mean,
now,
you will sit there and someone will take a lump of clay and make it into a different lump of clay, and we call it art.
yeah.
So what's wrong with it? We call music art. We call movies art.
Okay,
This is
so
a
you
form
believe
of entertainment.
you believe that video games are art.
Yes.
And sex and sexiness are perfectly acceptable in almost every form of art, including
Right.
pornography.
Right.
Now, there is a new sect of the world that believes that video games are not only art, but they are the one art in the whole world that must be the exception to sexiness and objectification. That drives me fucking nuts. Why can't video games be sexy? I don't get it.
Well, I'm gonna say something bothers me. Like, I get really bothered as a MMO person when the women's armor is super sexy. Not because it's sexy, but because that's just not practical. Her metal bra and crotch underwear, metallic objects. That's just not armor.
Well, that's one thing I like about Dragon Age Origins is Cassandra.
Inquisition.
And then Quinari, the Quinari that talks to her, tells her about, she wears functional armor instead of the ones that show off her tits. And then they leave openings for people to, stab her and shit. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Because it's going to have to be form-fitting, but it has to cover. Otherwise, it's not armor.
Yes. A video game should be as sexy as the video game needs or wants to be.
Yeah.
That's all. If the situation is appropriate, then who cares? Why'd anybody be offended?
So, what do you feel, Nate, about the latest Dead or Alive Extreme, which is literally sex video game?
Well, it's extremely appropriate for Dead or Alive, isn't it? I would never buy it. I remember a guy I used to know, Yashar, bought the volleyball game when it first came out. Dead or Alive Volleyball.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay, well, when it first came out,
they keep making new
way back
versions
in the day,
because titty physics.
That's cool, and that's cool if that's what those dudes are into. I never play it, but if that game had some content that was actually interesting and the titty physics were appropriate to the game, then that's cool by me. I'm all right with that. I mean, every once in a while you get a dude hang dong, so.
Well, that's what I was about to propose to Mark Jr. is, Mark, do you think it's not that there's too many tits in video games? It's that there's just not enough cocks?
Look, okay, you have to cater to your audience.
Do you need more penis in your video games?
Chicks play video games too, Mark. Women are all over the video games.
No, I agree with that, Nate, but if you polled that, you're trying to tell me it wouldn't be 70% male? Because I'm going to call you a liar if you say otherwise. Because you can't tell me it's still not a male-dominated universe, because it is.
Well, it depends on the type of game you're looking at.
That's fair. Mobile is probably women 999% to 0.
It's about 50-50, in fact.
Women are much more likely to play games like Tetris than they are like Dragon Age Inquisition.
Right, agreed, but I'm telling you, the market's probably 70% male. Now, I don't have any statistics to back that up, but that's an assumption.
Bam. Anecdotal evidence.
I'm
Googling it.
But what about it, Mark? Is there not enough dick in video games?
I don't think dick or titties are a problem in video games, because if you threw some dicks in video games, there would be mad people really upset that you just got cock flinging around in here. So
I'd be completely
I'm just
okay
being
with
honest.
it. It's cool.
I mean, I would be okay with it, but you're going to tell me that some mom just bought a game and it's Metal Gear Solid 7 and she's watching her kid, she walks in the room to do something and there's a big giant cock flinging in the air. She's not going to be upset by that?
Why do I find penises so funny?
She should be upset by any nudity in the video game, but I think you're correct in the assumption that the society as a whole is much more accepting of the female form than it is of the male form.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's such a shame, though.
I mean, maybe you need some dong hanging. I don't know. It's cool.
Well, see, the funny thing is there were so many sex scenes in The Witcher 2 that I figured in The Witcher 3 they would, take it up a notch and show more than just female nudity. I thought maybe we'd actually hear some dick stories from The Witcher 3. But, I mean, they just didn't take it that far. I was kind of disappointed.
Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta hang dong, sometimes you don't.
Well, I mean, look, last time I checked, we lived in America, okay? And if you want to put some ding-a-ling in there flapping in the wind, I'm cool with that. If you want titties bouncing around, I'm cool with that too. I don't look at my video game as porn. I look at porn as porn.
Right.
Yeah, I've never pounded off to a video game, so.
No, never, not once.
Yeah, so you know what? If you want it in there, run with it.
Well, the thing is, you know what? If it was so important that we had to have penises hanging around all over the place, then the game guys would put it in there to make money.
You're right.
So
if it made money, there
if
would
the
be
women,
dick in video
if the women
games.
want to see more penis, then they ought to write to these game guys and say, "Hey, we'll buy your game if you put some dick in there."
Bam.
Yeah.
You get that
Yeah.
dick.
If dick sold, there would be more dick. It's true,
Exactly.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, hot-bodied males sell, but I mean, I guess you're right. You got to sell to your demographic.
so,
I mean-
so
Yeah, well, I'm looking at numbers here. It's telling me 54% are male, 46% is female. So maybe you do need some dinglings in there swinging.
well,
I'm just saying.
maybe there's a difference in demographic in the idea that young men look for sex in their video games or eroticism, and women don't. Maybe there's something to that idea.
No, women are just as perverted as men are. They just
I mean,
hide
I
it.
believe
agree.
that, but that doesn't mean they're looking for it in their video entertainment. or
We,
their
as a
interactive
society,
entertainment.
sexify females more than we ever do males. Okay, because we are a male-dominated world. Okay,
Well, there's more females in the world than there are men.
doesn't matter
and-
who
and-
runs the world.
Ugly white guys.
There you go. Okay, so
Dude, don't forget fat.
they
Lots
don't want
of
to
them
see
are fat.
dick hanging around.
Yeah, old, ugly, fat, white, rich guys.
God damn white people.
I'm almost there.
That have the hottest
You just
chicks
need the
hanging
rich
off
part,
of their
Nate.
fat.
I mean, I'm just like 1 or 2 steps off of that.
Oh,
You just
You're
need
missing
the
the
rich
money,
part,
kid.
and you're straight.
I know,
all right. This is an awesome topic. Let's go on to the Dark Souls 3. Now, apparently,
Hold on, I want to talk about not becoming a murderer because I play lightsabers on my Oculus Rift.
You got an Oculus Rift?
oh, you're right. I
No,
mean, we
but I like
voted
that
that
one better.
real low, but you're right. That is an interesting story. Take it away, Nate.
It's a dumb story. It's on LA Times. I almost said La
Look at this
Times.
guy and be like, "You fucking pussy, get over yourself."
Yes, by Todd Martins, who is a contact reporter. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe they meant to say contract.
He contacts his guys' butts.
Anyway, whatever. I didn't get a chance to read most of the article because I was really busy this week. But basically, the title of the article is "Do I Really Need a Murder Simulation?" The video game revolution is thrilling but potentially unsettling. Let me just throw this out there, right? Basically, the basis for his argument is with video games becoming so real with your virtual reality, your Oculus Rifts, and your Vives and whatnot, that you're becoming a murder simulation when you kill people in the video game. Well, I've been playing video games all my life. I played Mario, and I'm not on shrooms. I mean, I play Battlefield. I play Call of Duty. I've never shot a single person in my whole life.
You know, this
So-
is a very common theme.
Yes.
People underestimating others' potential to differentiate between reality and everything else. Guess what? People are really fucking good at it. Except for the mentally ill. And the mentally ill will latch on to whatever they can to make their fantasies come true. Sometimes it's a video game.
Sometimes it's the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
Dogs everywhere.
So, right. So, yes, I don't understand why this keeps coming up. Normal functioning human beings very easily differentiate the time or the difference between the time they have a giant thing strapped to their head and the time they don't.
Not to
Just like-
mention,
on.
sorry to interrupt, Clay, but I would much rather have our murderers and psychopaths digitally simulating it than going out and doing it.
Oh, yeah, if they could get their rocks that way and prevent a lot of murders, sweet.
I don't know. It angers me anytime I see anything like this. It's just like, are you serious? Do you not know how the human mind works? Are you completely unfamiliar with what a psychopath and a sociopath and a spree murderer and a mass murderer? Have you never read anything about how their brains actually work?
What do you think, Mark Jr.? Do you think there's any
hold on,
merit
let's-
to the idea that people can't differentiate?
Bullshit. It's ridiculous because I sit in 7 miles of traffic every goddamn day. And you know how many times a day I think I should jump out of the car, kick him in the face, throw him down, and take his car? Never. So it's just asinine. If you can't
Differentiate.
use words.
You can't use words, yeah,
Between-
definitely.
Yeah, I can't use words. But if you can't make the difference between real life and VR, whether it's VR or just the video game, then there's something wrong with your brain. It's not something wrong with the video game world. It's something wrong with your brain.
I mean, people are just going to be psychopaths. It's just
Yeah.
gonna happen.
I mean, but there's a certain percentage that are psychopaths. And if they're predisposed to be a psychopath and a video game triggers it, well, then damn, I guess something else could have triggered it too, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, that's ridiculous, dude.
No, I don't know. I just
yeah.
wanted to touch on it because that aggravates the shit out of me
Yeah,
every time
and
they
we'll,
blame.
the longer this podcast goes on, the more often, or we'll touch on it again because people seem to constantly bring it up. Since fucking Pong, people have been bringing up others' inability to differentiate between the world and everything else. Whatever. The next article from PlayStation Lifestyle, which the irony in this is wonderful. It's from Zarmina Khan. And it's on PlayStation Lifestyle because, well, in as much you know that it's trying to tout the PlayStation, and neither one of those consoles can handle Dark Souls 3 in its current form. The Xbox One has drops to 25 FPS, and the if you look further into Digital Foundry's work, which they don't have linked, ironically, you'll easily see that neither the Xbox One nor the PS4 can handle Dark Souls 3 at the minimum non-nauseating frame rate of 30 frames per second. Now, what were you guys saying about how stupid upgrades are?
Upgrades are stupid. I mean, it's not going to stay this way. The makers of Dark Souls Dark Souls has grown tremendously over its iterations, and at this point, Dark Souls is a major franchise. So they'll work and tweak until they can get it optimized at least to 30 to 40 frames per second steady on the consoles. I just think it's hilarious, and everybody should just buy a PC. That's all I got. It's somebody else's turn.
I'm just thinking about it, and I don't give a flying fuck.
Well, just think about it. When
honestly
your next greatest, awesomest game that you want to play, I mean, you just can't resist. You know you're gonna pre-order it. You know you must have it. It comes out and runs at like fucking chug mode.
When is it constant? Because this isn't saying it's constant. This is saying certain areas.
And dips
cause it to happen.
Yeah, shit
Well,
like that.
I mean, shit. I dropped to 0 frame rates on motherfucking Fallout 4, and I just once it kicks back on, I go play the game.
Oh, that's the worst. I would punch my computer in the
wow.
face. I would draw a face on my computer and then
restart.
punch it. Like, what the fuck's wrong with my computer?
Well,
what are you doing?
See,
computer?
that's
Stop
the
it.
thing. I don't understand that. If I'm having a problem like that, I restart my computer. That shouldn't be acceptable. That shouldn't be a part of your gaming life. Watching your game, come to a screeching halt, and then
Clay, it's
one
been
day
on everything that ever fucking played a video game.
But
I'm sure at some point in some game system's lifetime, the Atari froze, the Intellivision froze, the NES froze, Super Nintendo froze, PlayStation froze. It's just part of gaming to me, Clay. It doesn't bother me if it drops to 0 and then it kicks back on. At least the bitch didn't freeze.
But why does it have to be a part of it, Mark?
But it's always been a part of it.
right. But that
Fuck,
doesn't.
you can't even play Batman. So it's always a part. I don't understand why people are so pissy about it. It's always a part of video games. It's been a part of video games since video games existed.
Right, but whoa. I
Goddamn social media and access to the internet gives somebody something to fucking whine about. I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna fucking whine about it. It's just ridiculous to me. I mean, I understand what y'all are saying. It shouldn't be a part of it. But have you ever played one that it hasn't been a part of it?
I mean, I've played
don't
lie. Dozens and dozens of video games on my computer that never came to 1 or 0
Okay, and
frames
then
per second.
you've played dozens and dozens that have.
No.
Oh,
the only one that did it
lie.
was Fallout and
Don't
Evolve.
fucking lie.
I'm telling you, it was Fallout and Evolve.
Yeah, I
Two
haven't.
of the-
I
two of
wouldn't
the
say
worst
I've played
optimized
dozens,
games I've ever
Mark,
played.
but several. It's happened. It's not a rare occurrence. It's an uncommon occurrence. But with the computer,
But it happens.
right? But with the computer, with the exception of games like Batman and shit that come out broken, which is on the developer entirely.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
I just restart my computer or load up my diagnostics and find out what's going on and then fix the problem. I think the problem is with the console, you don't have that option. If you reset this game because you're like, damn, performance is sucking, your Xbox is still going to suck when it loads back up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just let it work through.
Are you sure, Mark Johnny, that this iteration, this generation of consoles just needs to go ahead and just upgrade, just be done with it?
No,
because they can't even get to 1080p all that often.
It ain't that fair. That's shitty as a bitch. Got a 4K TV, can't even get 1080p. But they should let this bitch run its course, let it run 4 to 5 years, and then make the next one like a PC build. You can pop the top off that bitch. You can take the video card out. You can put a new one in. They just let this one run its course, and then the next one, bring in a whole new version. People will think it's way more cool.
Right, but
if you bring out a brand new system that says, well, you can upgrade this whenever with X parts, I bet you people would be excited.
Yeah, but that ruins the attractiveness for game developers. The greatest, most awesomest thing for a game developer is developing on console because you know exactly what you have to work with. And then
you just go to you make it the lowest common denominator. They're not going to come out with the system having straight ass.
No, but that's what they try to do on PC, and games come out fucked up all the time on PC because it's hard because you've got so many hardware combinations. Virtually infinite combinations makes games very difficult to optimize. Excuse me. On PC, and that's why you get shit like Batman. So Mark Jr., what you just described was a PC with Xbox firmware.
Exactly. Yeah, but you want loyalty, right? You still want the loyalty, so still come out with the Xbox. Don't tell them, well, fuck it, just go buy Windows. Go buy a new fucking PC and put it together and put Windows on that. But you don't want to do that.
I think they are honestly trying to get out of the console game. They're integrating all of their Xbox, or they intend to integrate all of their future Xbox One releases with Windows 10. I really think they're trying to get out of the game.
Well, they said when they first dropped the Xbox One that they could see a world without a Xbox console. So, I mean, it's logical, but I'll tell you fucking what. I hate this fucking PC and Xbox. If you stop making Xboxes, I guess I'm going to buy a PlayStation.
You only hate the PC because you're afraid of the PC. If you would just fucking embrace it.
I do shit on it constantly, and it doesn't work. And then Clay's like, show me, and then I show him. He's like, I don't fucking know. It just doesn't work. So what the fuck if my shit just doesn't work?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because my shit works just fine.
There's almost nothing on a PC you can't fix. I just often don't want to fix your PC for you. Google that shit, bitch. You have the world's greatest search engine.
Guess what? I'm going to continue to play games on Xbox until Xbox doesn't make one, and then I'll buy a PlayStation.
No, that sounds awful. Pass.
That's exactly what I'm doing. It sounds brilliant to me. It does. It sounds absolutely brilliant.
I mean, you can already have that, Mark, with the Steam box.
Well, I know, and there was another one that came out that I looked at too, and I was like, "Fuck that." So, I mean, I feel you.
Well, how is the Steam box any different than what you're currently describing?
Because everybody, well, I don't play with anybody, but everybody I used to play with is on the Xbox. But that doesn't. I don't play with them. I don't play with anybody.
Well, that doesn't. Well, if you hung more dong, you might play with more people.
Well,
that's probably fair.
Sebastian's friend has one of the Alienware Steam boxes, with a little cut-off corner with the skull or alien head button and all that. It's pretty fucking cool. I'm kind of jelly.
How much was it?
$500.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm just saying. That's what you paid for your Xbox. So
I paid $400 for my Xbox.
Oh.
But okay.
I'm just saying.
You just need to get a Steam box, Mark. That's all.
He has one. So, well, let's get.
Yeah, dude, you're crazy as balls. Look at that, fucking $800 and shit. Go get this one. It's $800.
Where's Dad at? What's Dad doing?
Hold on.
Mortgage payment and shit.
Hold on. Did you not spend $400 on an Xbox and $400 on a PlayStation?
$500 on.
Well, there's your $800 with $100 to spare, and you got gas to get there.
That's fair. That's fair. But I got like $350 back for the PlayStation. So.
Well, then stop whining about GameStop.
Where did Dad go?
I'm right here.
All right. So tell me, Dad.
That bitch $700 the one he has.
We got time for one more. What do you want to see out of Elder Scrolls 6?
See, I told you were going to go there, Clay. You don't fucking listen.
Yeah, we already knew it. You called it. It's cool.
No,
This is a satirical article. It's not real. It's just
no.
talking.
No, I don't want to talk about the article. Well, let's give credence to whatever happened here. FragHero.com posted what I thought was a hilarious satirical article about Elder Scrolls 6. But I know that my brothers and my father are Elder Scrolls, especially our father, are old school fans, and I want to know what Dad wants from Elder Scrolls 6.
Daggerfall, bitch.
You know, Daggerfall is still the biggest open world game ever made.
Yeah.
As far as square mileage goes.
It's huge.
Yeah. So, tell me, Dad. I mean, what was the one you were complaining about a few weeks ago, Nate? What was it? The Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah.
That was a step in the wrong direction, as far as I remember.
It was, yeah. It was bad. It was the opposite of good.
So, what was the last Elder Scrolls game?
Skyrim. Yeah, 2012.
Damn.
2013.
No, it's 12.
Yeah.
2012.
So, Dad, answer the question.
I'm still playing it. So, I mean, it's still a great game as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
They give you so many. Oh, November 11th of 2011.
Yeah,
Wow.
it came out in 2011.
Jeez.
Wow.
It's almost 5 years old. Still a great game to play. You know, you got so many different character derivations that you can do. I mean, you're following the same storyline, but you can make it a little bit different every time, depending on you want to be evil, good, neutral, you know, and what class you are, and you can modify your classes, which is great.
No. But what do you want to see from the next game? What would you like for them to? How would you like for them to make the next game?
Get a new fucking engine. Stop being cheap bastards.
Well, yeah, that's.
I'd like to see more dongs hanging.
Bam! First dong report. Put it in.
Who makes Elder Scrolls?
Bethesda Games.
Oh, y'all are fucked.
We might get dong. What are you talking about? They're going to use the same engine that they used for Fallout 2.
God.
But I mean, at least then you know what bugs you're getting into.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I would like to
Yes.
see them change the leveling system. I don't like the level by doing. Because then if I want to be max level, I have to level my blacksmithing, and that kind of tries to kill my immersion. Because my high elf wizard would not blacksmith anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to
Well.
see them change the leveling system. And I'd like to see them go back to the more unforgiving days of Oblivion and Morrowind. Where you can walk left right from the starting area and get slaughtered by 6 demons.
Dad still hasn't told me one
Wow.
single facet that he would like to see in the game.
Well, that's because Dad's not paying attention.
Hold on.
Yeah, don't get mad at me. You haven't answered the question.
They're all kind of the
I
same.
think we need
fucking
you need
game.
to have more interactions with the people. That you.
Well, that sounds
again.
boring.
I don't want that shit.
Dad's turned off again. Betsy's computer just keeps fucking with him, apparently. Because words and stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, I'd like them to change the leveling system, and I would like them to make the game less forgiving. It shouldn't be... Mute yourself, Dad. It shouldn't be a thing. Because I was thinking about this thing I saw earlier. It was a screenshot of Ubisoft UK getting one of their videos banned on YouTube by Ubisoft for not having permission to use it. And it made me laugh really hard when I saw it.
We were about to get through a whole episode
Perfect.
without banging on Ubisoft, and here you go.
I had to bring it up. They're Ubisoft.
Damn, we were going to get through the whole episode.
Consistency is key, Mark Jr. What about you? What do you want to see out of Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever it's going to be?
No, I mean, change your leveling system. I want a new engine. Damn you, stop being cheap. Come on, goddammit. You make millions upon millions of dollars. Get somebody to make you a new engine or something.
Well,
The goddamn engine is played.
I'm pretty sure they make their own engines.
Well, then make a new one. I don't care.
They made the Creation engine, and then I believe they made Creation 2, and then they modified Creation 2 to make Gamebryo, which was no better than Creation. It was just, it was no better than Creation in the idea that it didn't really eliminate a lot of the very obvious glitches in a Bethesda game. Like Nate said, you can predict the glitches you're going to see in a Bethesda game, and that's because that Gamebryo was just, it was Creation made easier for the developer, not for the user.
They need to call, who was it, DICE that made the Frostbite engine? Because that engine's awesome.
Yeah.
That engine's great.
Everybody gives the Unreal Engine all the fucking credit, but Frostbite engine is badass.
Well, make a new one. Stop being lazy bastards. Pay somebody. Do something.
It'd probably be cheaper just to license Unreal or fucking Frostbite.
Okay, well then license one of those. I don't care how you do it. Just give me a new engine.
Just make it so.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
Yeah. Goddamn Captain Picard in this bitch. Okay, make it so. But no, I mean, you when you get an Elder Scrolls game, you know exactly what you're getting. So, I mean, I'm happy with what I'm getting. No, but it's a hack and slash first person or third person. Sorry, it could be either one. Hack and slash game, motherfucker. That's exactly what the fuck it is.
No, it's got rich story. That's
It does. Okay, that's fair. It's not Diablo 3. It has a great story, and my favorite one is Oblivion, and I thought the story was fantastic. So yes, it had a good story, and there's tons of shit to do. Okay, I'm happy with that.
So you don't want to see a lot of changes, just improvements.
Yes, just improve it. You don't need to make changes to the formula. The formula obviously works.
Ravioli, give me the formuoli.
I just think you need to have more interaction with other NPCs. You're really limited in Skyrim. And I think that depending on how the character you have mood, just like a regular person, will determine how somebody reacts to you. If you go up to somebody and you're nice to them, 99% of the time, they're going to be nice to you. But if you walk up and be an asshole, guess what's going to happen?
Well,
and if the NPC is a smooth guy, they're going to okay, we're going to let this roll off, no big deal. But if you got another NPC that's a total ass, guess what? It's time to kick ass.
That sounds like a whole lot of programming and writing and
that's what they get paid for.
Yeah, well, they got profits to make, bro. You're talking about Bethesda.
I know.
You're not. Did
they not put out a great series of games? As far as I'm concerned, they have.
No, they've been sucking dick since day one. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is your shitty opinion.
It's Clay's opinion. I think they're one of the best game developers out there. So
exactly.
That's a matter of opinion.
No, it's true. I hate Bethesda's games. But
that doesn't make them bad.
Nate said.
It doesn't make them bad.
Of course it does. It's about me, Reddit.
They know their market, and they go for it.
Reddit is about me.
Reddit's actually not about you either, buddy. The post you make is about you, but everybody else
makes about me and never satisfies.
I'm pretty sure that Bethesda has nothing to do with you at all.
Nope, the game world is made to satisfy me and me alone.
Reddit. Is that why there's no dongs in video games?
Reddit. I'm so fucking tired of Reddit, if you can't understand.
You got started. I warned you. I warned you when you started.
Well, I mean, now
Reddit
it's like an auto quick link in my mobile Google Chrome. And I'm just like, yeah, what's new on the PC Master Race? Oh, yeah, they're a bunch of immature, barely hiding their racism dicks. Anyways, it's not racism, it's bigotry. Master Race.
Yes, get your hate
peasantry.
Right. I mean, it's
get it? See where I'm going with this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the PC Master Race used to be fun, but it's not anymore. It's just totally super immature. Anyway, I'm probably going to cut that out anyways because I don't want them to hear that and be all insulted and be like all pissy.
That's true because
they
Reddit
it's
users.
About me. Anyway, Okay, we gotta go. We're long overdue. Hope you enjoyed the podcast with super special guest Dad, who Mark is named after. How would you know? Isn't it great? So, we need you guys to rate us on iTunes, like for Serial. Give us a rating. Repost our stuff on SoundCloud. We can't grow without your help. It's real. And check us out on YouTube. We give away games. I think literally nobody qualified for last week's giveaway because they didn't make it to the end of the podcast. You guys got to do better than that. So, I'll go ahead and try to give away my copy of Lethal League again. Hey, if you make it to this point in the podcast to figure out that you have to leave a comment and subscribe to the channel to qualify, you might be the only one who actually does it. So
hold on. How do I go to my inventory in Steam? Bam, got it. You don't select it, you hover over it.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
There's a difference. I thought I had some, but it doesn't look like I have any games. Oh, I do have my Gmail's account. Hold on.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we still got some stuff left over.
Yeah, we got that Assassin's Creed shit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give two squirts about.
Yeah, we don't really care about Assassin's Creed, so we'll give away some Assassin's Creed as well. I believe there's some of the smaller episodic thingies, right?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Chronicles China for Uplay.
Right, I think I have the exact same thing. Hold on, I'm clicking the clicky right now. I've got a code for Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory and Assassin's Creed Chronicles China and Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. If you want any of them, just specify when you comment and subscribe. We'll see how this goes.
All right.
And, I got Call of War as Gunslinger too. I already own that fucking game.
Yeah, I don't. I accidentally I linked my Humble Bundle account to my Steam account and didn't realize it was automatically going to redeem every fucking game.
Oh, lame.
Yeah, so I have to unlink it.
Everybody, check us out on your favorite podcast app. Check us out on YouTube. We post some things. When I post things that I do all by myself, it's not funny because I'm not funny by myself because my brothers don't have time to play video games. It's lame. And rate us on iTunes. And yes, share our work with everyone. No, I was going to qualify that with specificity, but just share it with everyone.
And send me $1.
Absolutely everyone. We can take up the click and clack where they left off. I mean, they're retired. Tom Moiliozzi is dead. Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Send your response to our giveaway. Write it on the back of a $20 bill and mail it to Philadelphia or something. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yo, that was retarded.
You don't like Tom Moiliozzi? I mean, he's dead. You can't like him, but
I don't even know what that means.
Well, you never listened to Car Talk?
Nah.
Car Talk was awesome. And it made me so sad when he died. November 2014. I even remember when he died.
I can't get sad about people I never knew dying. It doesn't affect me in enough of a way.
You guys
to
didn't
matter
say
in my
goodbye
life.
to the listeners. I'm still recording.
I just lost it again.
Oh, bye guys.
No, you don't have to. You can just say it on my track. Oh, no, you can't. Never mind. Forget it.